I am the biggest Wiggler simp there is out there. So just recently, Nintendo had just announced this boy, my Wiggler boy, coming to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe very soon within the Wave 5 DLC of the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Booster Course Pass. I think I could speak for everyone out there that this was the most random addition for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and I don't think anyone, especially me, was ever thinking this would happen. It made the community so surprised. I remember watching everyone's reactions a few days ago, and everyone was either just like, oh my gosh, Wiggler? Or there were people who were like, Wiggler? Or there were just people staring at the camera acting like they were unimpressed. Y'all are haters. Wiggler is the best baby boy out there. He's the best baby boy. I love you so much. But anyways, I want to discuss about this boy today and just the fact that he's changed a lot. He's changed a lot of predictions about what I think is going to be happening in Wave 5. And it's also changed a lot about what we're going to be seeing for future characters as well, in my opinion. And I know I've seen a lot of other people discuss about this lately, but I've got a lot of thoughts on it myself, and I feel like I've cracked some of the code about Wave 4's mysterious thing with only having one character. I will discuss about that a little bit more later when I do update my Wave 5 predictions. But first, I do want to talk about the characters that, right now, because I feel like there's a lot to talk about when it comes to this topic, and there's so many different ideas of what they're going to be trying to do, I feel like, because there's a lot of different things. People are predicting Diddy Kong to still come, people are predicting Pauline, there's even some out there I've seen predicting Captain Falcon, which is, it's unlikely, guys. I don't know who you all are out there. Captain Falcon's probably not going to happen. But hear me out, guys. I really do think Wiggler's inclusion within Wave 5 is really ruining a lot of the potential Funky Kong used to have. Now, while I'm not really disappointed by the fact that Wiggler's coming over him, it's just more of the fact that I know a lot of people when Wave 6 comes out, because I have a high feeling that Funky Kong will not be coming to Wave 6, and it's going to come down to the fact that people are going to start commenting and whining to Nintendo and saying, oh, Wiggler ruined this potential spot. I'm like, bro, I don't think I expected Wiggler, and I think it was honestly a better decision for Nintendo to do Wiggler over Funky Kong just for the fact that you gotta have variety over kind of reskin types of characters, if that makes sense. Like, Diddy Kong hasn't came to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe yet, and I highly doubt at this point they're gonna choose two Kongs in Wave 6. So honestly, having someone like Wiggler as an inclusion is kind of really special, and especially since he's my most favorite character from the Mario Kart franchise as a whole, it's really honestly just, it's so fun and so inventive to have him just being included into Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, you know, just something very random that no one expected, especially since he's not even in Mario Kart Tour yet, which, as you all may know, Tour's content is mainly what made Booster Course Pass exist in the first place, and Wiggler is the only case for a character so far that has not debuted in Mario Kart Tour before this Booster Course Pass came. However, he is coming in a future upcoming tour based off of a Misu silhouette that we got, which I'm honestly very excited for that as well. I'm glad Mario Kart Tour is finally adding him after almost 4 years of me being very patient, and I'm honestly surprised at this point that Wiggler has been included. Now for this little next segment, I wanted to talk about a little bit of updated predictions I have for Wave 5, more realistic ones and more just in general updated ones, and I didn't really want to make this into a separate video because I have a feeling Wave 5 is right on the horizon, and I feel like if I just, worked my butt off getting all that, finished editing and whatnot, it probably would have been a waste of time. But I just kind of want to include it into this video since, I wanted to talk about this because this is a pretty big moment for me. Having this Wave 5 teaser with Squeaky Clean Sprint and also Wiggler, this whole announcement really changed a lot about what's going to be happening for the future of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Actually, while we are on the topic of tracks, and before we do get started with my updated Wave 5 predictions, I do find it really interesting that they went for a very clear and cut track name for Squeaky Clean Sprint, aka the bathroom track that has been data mined for a little while in Mario Kart Tour. I honestly don't mind the name. I actually think it's very inventive and way more interesting than just calling it, just regular Sprint. Like, if it's called Squeaky Sprint, that would have been kind of stupid. But the fact that they include clean in there is pretty interesting, although I can understand people's complaints that there are a lot of people not liking the name of it because it's too long, it's too confusing to say, and it's honestly not very interesting. It kind of clashes along with Sydney Sprint, another Mario Kart Tour related track. But honestly, what else can you really name it? I know people wanted like Bathroom Run and Bathroom Rush, but I feel like that's kind of too generic. I think Squeaky Clean Sprint, it kind of rolls off the tongue, yes, but it's really just such an inventive name, honestly, and I really like it. I don't know why, I just really enjoy the name. I don't understand why so many people really hate on it. I mean, I don't think I've really seen anyone really like it. But to be honest, it's very inventive, it's very interesting, and honestly, I'm all here for it. I don't think anyone expected this new squeaky clean sprint track to show up, especially when a lot of people, including myself, were thinking Piranha Plant Cove was going to fit so well into this wave. Well, I still think there is actually a potential chance, which will lead right us into the updated Wave 5 predictions. In my original predictions, I had a few different tracks that I kind of wanted to update and switch around a little bit, and I also had a discussion not too long ago about Vancouver Velocity potentially being in Wave 5, but since that's basically an outdated video, I do think Vancouver's still going to stick in Wave 6, and I also do think Athens Dash from my original Wave 5 predictions will be pushed off to the Spiny Cup since it's the very ambitious city track, and there's nothing even close to it that is like that ambitious for a city course. So here are my new updated predictions compared to my old ones. My updated predictions start out like this. For the Feather Cup, I have included Los Angeles Laps, GBA Sunset Wilds, Wii Koopa Cape, and Tour Squeaky Clean Sprint. Yes, I did call Squeaky Clean Sprint a Tour track because technically all these tracks originate from Tour. Why do you think the Booster Course Pass exists in the first place? I can't stress enough that every single Nitro track comes from Mario Kart Tour. No matter if they even say it's new, it always came from Mario Kart Tour. Stop arguing with the fact that that even happened. Honestly guys, I know there's some people that really just get so annoyed by the fact people say that all the time, but it's true. All these tracks come from Mario Kart Tour. Why do you think the Booster Course Pass exists in the first place? They're trying to save you the content. Oh my gosh, I can't stop talking about that. Anyways, for my Cherry Cup, the new Rome track, which is Rome Avanti, which I think is really interesting of a name, and I think that's very inventive as well. We also have GCN Mushroom Bridge, SNES Bowser Castle 3, and Piranha Plant Cove. Now, as you can see, I did move around one of the cities to Wave 6, so one of the Nitro tracks from Wave 6 comes to Wave 5, because I feel like it'd be really weird having 3 Nitros in one single wave. So I have a feeling one's going to get pushed back and our city's going to get moved up there instead. But as I said earlier, I feel like I've cracked the code about something between Wave 3, 4, and 5 about this character selection specifically. So let me dive into that a little bit. So we got Birdo back in Wave 4, right? And that was it. That's all we got for a character. And now in Wave 5, we're getting 3, which makes Wave 6 having 2 characters. Now, can you guys see what's a little bit wrong about that? There's 1 character in Wave 4, 3 characters in Wave 5, and 2 characters in Wave 6. We'll get back in touch in that in a little bit. Now, so far we've seen that every single character has a specific track relating to them. Like, Birdo is connected to Yoshi's Island because both Yoshi and Birdo are similar creatures. Petey Piranha is connected to Piranha Plant Cove for obvious reasons. It's a full Piranha Plant inspired track and there's literally Petey statues on the track. SNES Bowser Castle 3 can technically relate to Kamek because Kamek is usually always found in a castle type of setting. And now with Wiggler, there's technically 2 different options. We could have Squeaky Clean Sprint, which technically is going to be probably coming to Tour along with Wiggler in an upcoming tour very soon. But he could also technically relate to GCN Mushroom Bridge, which first debuted the Wiggler buses on that track. And also Wiggler has a very high relevance to the track from Mario Kart DS, with him being the final boss from the entire mission mode. And I feel like that is very possible, and this can also explain my theory that I was just talking about, my character theory that I was just basically explaining, where you notice how there's 1 character in Wave 4, 3 characters in Wave 5, and 2 characters in Wave 6. Now, you did hear me explain that I had Wave 3 a part of this too. Now, the reason why I say this is because Waluigi Stadium was originally meant for Wave 3, right? If that still happened, I have a feeling Mushroom Bridge was originally planned for Wave 4, which technically means that if Wiggler does have that connection to Mushroom Bridge, and my character theory is correct that each character from the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Booster Course Pass that they add has some sort of relation with one of the tracks, that technically means that there should have been 2, 2, and 2 for Wave 4, 5, and 6. So that means Wiggler should have came with Birdo in Wave 4, and Petey Piranha should have only been with Kamek in Wave 5. You see what I mean? That feels like it was meant to be spread out like that originally, and I don't think I've seen anyone talk about this yet. And honestly, I feel like I've cracked the code. Like, I feel like this actually makes a lot of sense. I don't know, it's just a cool fact. I mean, obviously that can't happen now, but you know, it's just a cool fact. It's just something I thought of, and I'm kind of wondering if that was the original plan Nintendo was going for, because, you know, there was supposed to be another GCN track in Wave 4, but it ended up being Waluigi Stadium. So what would it have gone to originally? honestly, Mushroom Bridge definitely fits that spot. I don't know about you all, but Mushroom Bridge definitely fits that spot, and Wiggler probably was originally meant for Wave 4. Now we're going to get on to the final segment of this video, which is about the final 2 characters. I'm about to say some triggering things, so if you don't want to hear this part, just skip over it. Just skip over it. So while I do say that Diddy Kong is very likely, I am going to put him as one of the final characters we do get in Wave 6. But for the other one, it's going to be a little bit different. Now, most people are thinking it's Pauline or Funky Kong still, but Funky Kong's very unlikely. Pauline's more likely, right? I'm going to be the first to say it's probably not going to be either of them. Now then, you're probably going to think, oh wait, is it going to be Rob because we don't have any Marker DS representation with the characters? No. I don't think it's going to be Rob either because, honestly, that doesn't really make much sense to me, but hey, that is still technically a possibility. No, I'm going to go and say that Luma is going to be the final character in the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Booster Course Pass. Yeah, I know, I'm a very big weirdo, and I probably make no sense right now, but hear me out. Let me cook. Luma has a lot of representation and a lot of relevance to Wii Rainbow Road, which, as you all may know, we have gotten a Wii Rainbow Road remake in Mario Kart Tour not too long ago, and I feel like Luma would fit so well, and Wii Rainbow Road is literally just inspired by Super Mario Galaxy related stuff. Heck, even the music is just a remix of Good Egg Galaxy, and there's a lot of star bits on this track as well. We have gotten small hints that Luma could be coming to Mario Kart Tour as well, based off a badge theory, which essentially means that if there's a badge in the files or if there's a badge in the game, that technically means that there could be a potential character coming at some point soon. And while there is other characters like Honey Queen, which I also think is kind of possible, I honestly think it's between Honey Queen and Luma that could also be included with Rainbow Road. But honestly, I'm going to keep sticking with Luma because I feel like she fits very good with Rainbow Road. And if my character theory is correct that there is a specific character relating to one track, Diddy Kong could relate to DK Mountain, and yeah, there is the argument Down Jungle could be, but I have a feeling DK Mountain is going to be more likely of a choice for him, and Rainbow Road could technically relate to Luma. Honestly, that would just be so perfect, and honestly, I'm going to keep saying it, I think it's going to be Diddy Kong and Luma, and while you guys probably really want Pauline, and it might be more likely, we have to remember, Wiggler did come in Wave 5, no one expected it, so I'm going to expect nothing out of Wave 6, because it's probably going to be random. It's always going to be random. We never know what Nintendo is going to do next, and I think that's what makes these announcements so special to us, because we don't know what they're actually going to do. We think it's going to be likely that we're going to get, like, Diddy Kong, Funky Kong, all these fan favorite characters, but maybe they want to get more representation to characters we don't know as much. And there's a reason why we got Wiggler in Wave 5, because he's not known as much from the Mario Kart community, and they want to give these characters second chances, basically. And they do include, fan favorite characters like Birdo and Petey. There is those chances. But I have a feeling they might want to try going towards something else like Luma, because Luma would be a pretty cool character addition for the Mario Kart franchise, and I feel like a lot of fans could really have a lot of potential of really liking her. But that is it for today's video. I just had a lot of thoughts going on in my head, and I just really wanted to shout it all out because I am a big Wiggler simp, and I feel like there was a lot of discussion going on a lot lately about his inclusion and it's being controversial, but honestly, my boy. If you all did enjoy, make sure to give this video a like, subscribe if you're new here to the channel, let me know down below your updated predictions for Wave 5, since I assume a lot of y'all have probably way different predictions now. But that is all I've got for today's video, so thank you all so much for coming, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace out, stay safe, bye-bye.